Digital Gaming. So today we're gonna be working on this AC Cobra. Hopefully we can get it all repaired. Looks like it's pretty much trashed. I mean, there's a few body parts here and there. Not a whole lot. Like, I thought it was gonna be a complete body, but you know, nope, never is. It should be, but it is not to be. Not to this time, but it should be. But I hope we can, you know, get it looking nice. But we ain't gotta worry about a hood, I don't think. Make sure I put a built-up motor in it. I think I got one in storage. I cannot remember at this time. I really can't. I wish I did. But there's not much in the interior neither, so I mean, it's pretty much just a body, somewhat of a motor, and most of the suspension, but the suspension's pretty trash too. It's all rusted. The only thing that's good is probably the rims and the tires. That's about the only good part on this car. I mean, the tires are about the only thing that literally looks in good shape. You know, the rims are kind of okay. I mean, we'll just have to clean them up. But it shouldn't take too long to get all that cleaned up. But after that, I think we're going to kind of focus on the suspension, see what we can get out of that. But I think most of it's going to end up being trash. At least the bushings I know are probably trash. You know, the end links are going to be trash. Clear bar's definitely trash. Subframes in, you know, not so much trash condition, just needs, you know, some rust removed. Tie rods are rusted out. I mean, everything pretty much is good. The rear end's okay. It's just, you know, everything else is pretty much gone on it. But, you know, I could get everything done, hopefully, but, you know, it's going to take time. But I got a lot of repairing ahead of me because all this stuff is just rusted and there's not much I can do. It just isn't. If there was something I could do, I would do it. There's just not. It's just too badly, you know, rusted out. But would have got to it in, I don't know, about a year before. You know, I picked it up out of the junkyard, it would have been good because, you know, there would have been no problem. But since I got it, you know, when I got it out of the junkyard, everything's completely rusted out. But the bushings are kind of like not the greatest. The arms are not really good. Nothing really is going to be easy to repair, but we're going to give it our best. Alright, so a lot of it looks like it's pretty much kind of just destroyed as far as I thought. It's pretty dang destroyed. I mean, I thought it would be a lot better than it is, but apparently it's just not wanting to cooperate. Nothing ever wants to. I mean, we got so many stubborn bolts. To get to this is kind of like unreal. Some of them are stubborn, some of them are not. But it looks like, you know, the little bushings and that might be toast. But that, you know, the subframe is not too badly damaged. But everything, you know, regarding the bushings and that are probably going to have to be replaced. Just as a safety thing, I'm not going to, you know, sell or drive anything with bad bushings in it because you never do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want the liability. But I'm hoping that we can get, you know, all these bushings and that out, no problem. And get all this, basically get all this front suspension out without any issue. And then when we're done getting the front, we'll get the back, and then we'll get the motor up out of here. And the motor's not really even a motor theoretically. It's just a block of its you know, former self. It used to be built up pretty good from what it looked like, at least in the pictures that they were showing. But, you know, it is what it is, and we'll have to just get it all back together. You know, hopefully with new parts. Right now, it's looking like I'm gonna have to order a lot of new parts, like everything dealing with the sway bar, can't really tear down or that. Ordered on this one. I was hoping at least have something savable, but some of the parts are just kind of like questionable repairable range. But you can't. Some things you can do, and some things you cannot repair. But the things that you can't repair, like you know you're gonna have to spend money on the bushings, you know. But everything else is just like maybe. Alright. I mean, we're getting it kind of torn apart now. I mean, just a lot of rust. I guess my biggest complaint is everything's just kind of rusted out, and I should have gotten to the junkyard to get this, you know, sooner, but I didn't because you know, it had a bunch of other work stacked in front of this one, so I was hoping, you know, I would go there and I just kind of go to the junkyard to pick up parts, and I saw this vehicle, and I was just like, I had to have it. So I decided, you know, get it, and I mean, it's pretty much rusted, you know, the heck and back on certain parts. The certain body parts that I got off, I don't think are repairable, but hopefully we can, you know, just make new ones or something. Let's have to fab new ones or something, but, you know, either we can get them or somebody can make them, you know, it's one of the two, I don't really care, but it's just the pain that, you know, I should have gotten to it sooner, you know, so I could get this up out of there, but, you know, I mean, it's not as worse as some of the other ones that we've done on here, but, man, this one's pretty bad. And, I mean, we got a lot of rusted bolts, it looks like, in the back. Only one in the front, which is okay. We can deal with that. I mean, it's just you got 3 in the back that are rusted out and the only one here, so it tells me that it was kind of sitting more on the rear, at least in the dirt on the rear of the vehicle than it was in the front. But I don't think there's going to be, you know, much repairing on certain parts. Like, I can't repair the shock absorbers or anything in the rear. These bushings are shot in the back. I mean, there's not much I can do with it. It's pretty much toast. But we're gonna try to rebuild it and make it go pretty fast. I hope I can rebuild it to at least either drag or drift, but I kind of want to like have it like almost like a cross vehicle in between, so it can do both. Like you can set it up for both. I mean, I don't know why you would drift with a big, you know, supercharger or something like that, but I guess you could. That's what I think I'm gonna try to throw in here. You know, make it all souped up and this motor, but there's not much of it left, and I don't know if it's repairable at this point. But that's what I want to do. I want to throw a big motor in this car and just see what it does. I hope it does okay. If not, we'll have to, you know, retune it a couple times, but, you know, as far as that goes, it should be okay, I believe. Alright, we ain't got much left to at least tear down. I mean, we got pretty much, you know, just the rear end to tear down, which ain't gonna take too long. I mean, the rear end's gonna feel like 2 seconds compared to the front end, but it's the way it always is. Make sure we get our rusty bolts out of the way, which, I mean, there's been a lot of them. So I hope, you know, the ones that are rusty, we're just gonna have to replace. Well, we're gonna replace all of them, but the ones that are extremely rusty, I'm gonna pull off of here. So I mean, I'm gonna have to end up just kind of going with it. I hope that everything comes off easy, but I don't know, man. It's just, it seems like it takes forever. It just does, you know? Like, it seems like every time I get to go, it's like, oh, it's a rusty bolt, or, you know, it's this or that, but on this one, I've kind of gone with it, because I think most of it's going to be a replace job anyway, because all of it's pretty much gone. It's just, I can't believe that I didn't get to this, you know, see this one you know, in the junkyard before, but I didn't see it. And then when I saw it, then I bought it, and then it's kind of like, you know, it's almost too late, because now everything's pretty much rusted out, and then you have to replace pretty much everything. Which, I'm guessing, you know, more rusty bolts in our future. We get this one apart, but there's not too many more, thankfully, because the only thing that's left to pull is the tank for the fuel, and the pump, if there is even a pump in it, but I don't think there is. I think it's just the tank out there. I'm not really sure. So if we can get that up out of the way too, and then we'll pull up the motor. The motor's gonna be a 10-second, probably less than 10 seconds to pull that apart. There ain't much holding anything together in there, so we'll pull that out and we'll put it up on the stand to at least take it apart, so it'll make it a little bit easier. Plus, the reassembly up on the stand is gonna be pretty easy because it'll be super fast. But I hope once, you know, we get everything to our part, I hope that there's enough of it left to salvage, at least some of it. I know the bushings, of course, are gonna just be, you know, they're gonna be gone anyway. We already know that. The brakes are probably shot. You know, I'm gonna have to end up replacing everything pretty much in the brakes, probably. Which kind of sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. And once we get pretty much everything like, you know, back together. I'm hoping, you know, it turns out to be a decent car, but, you know, it's all the original parts, but kind of looking at some of the rust stuff that I've pulled off of here, I don't think so. I think most of it's going to have to be bought, and not a lot of it's going to be repairable. Probably the leaf springs, heck, ain't even repairable on this thing, you know, where we can clean the rust off and make sure they're not so cracked, but let's say they got a deep crack or something like that, and where they all are bound up and all that, it ain't gonna matter, because they're all gonna be pretty much trash, I guess. I guess that's what I'm looking for, is that they're trash, but, you know, where they're at least, you know, welded together and that, they're hopefully not broken, but if they are, then they're no good. They're really no good. But, you know, it just depends, I guess. I'm hoping that everything, like, I can, you know, reuse, but I don't know. Considering I've seen some stuff come off of here that's, like, so bad that it's, like, unreal that I was pulling it off of here. I hope that, you know, that's not the case, but, who knows. Some of it's just in the questionable category. Yeah, I'm questioning whether some of it's gonna be salvageable too at this point, but I hope it is. But it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard for me to understand if it's gonna be salvageable or just, you know, it's done. Like, we're just gonna have to, you know, buy all new parts. I hope that's not true. Like, we'll have to, you know, buy everything brand new, and, you know, I hope that's not the case personally. Because I don't want to repair everything, but, you know, if there is no other option, there's no other option, you know. I think the rims are savable. The tires, probably not so much. Might as well replace the tires. We'll keep the tires, you know, I'll get brand new tires on it. But the rims we can keep. Anything else? Probably not. Bushings are shot. Sway bars are shot. I mean, it's weird. They're all gone. Them sway bars are gone. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. The sway bars are gone. And it's just so bad, but, you know, whatever. The rims are good. I accidentally pulled another rim that I had apart, or in my storage apart, but it's okay. These ones are just, you know, there's surface rust, so we can kind of clean them. But other than that, like, it's done. Like, the bushings are gone. And I didn't think the brakes would be that bad neither, but yeah, the brakes were that bad too, so it's, I guess it's gonna be a complete rebuild. Didn't want to, but, you know, I guess that's what we do. Don't know how we're going to, you know, not have to do that, but I guess we're gonna have to. We'll just have to rebuild everything. I just hope, you know, it ain't gonna cost a lot. This is the end of the video, so I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.